Men han ligger skottet om han drar bakom Lohja. Vi ligger andra där menar jag.
So after that terrific shot from Janis Fowler, the best of his draw so far in this final, I think. A little bit of a question mark now for Sweden, but they are 2 up. Okay, they don't have the hammer, but they're in good shape here in this European Championship final. Niklas Edin, reigning Olympic champion.
Ja. Vi kan skjuta också, det är väl bara den där lilla om jag tar 1 cent insida, klipper egen och ligger kvar och helgardar den.
Having a much better tournament this time around. 12 months ago he was out of the medals, and he didn't have a terrific 2025 World Championship either. And when everybody wondering, ooh, is he slipping from the pedestal? But now the way he's played the last few games here in Lohja. So what's the decision after a lot of chat once again?
I think it is, Richard. They talked about coming into the rings, but I think they can only do damage if they go close to these stones. He's really sure that the yellow's lying.
It's close.
So a guard out front.
Sweden must be pretty sure if they're throwing the guard. Then again, I'm not sure what else he would do.
He can't come in and leave.
No, an angle for Switzerland.
Drive on. Can they get at the yellow around the other side, maybe? But they wouldn't like to if they did that.
You could half top of the 8 foot maybe on the in turn.
They'll try and check the guard that's there, I would suspect, for the shot, either behind or in front of it.
Down he goes, so low. Despite all the injuries he's had, prepared to put his body in the way than anything else. First things first, get to the gym, get fit. He has had to stand out a couple of times during the course of his career through injuries and operations. Looks good Nick now though, doesn't he? Huh? There we are. What about the shot? Like that?
Yeah, it's a nice shot. I'm surprised he didn't try and just tuck it a little bit, like Dave said. Stops Switzerland from being able to use it, but Niklas is thinking ahead as well. He's thinking I can maybe use it with my next if I don't tuck it, so...
Ja, vi menar schaffet irgendwie. Aber es muss genau aufgehen. Ja, schon cool.
Yeah, the choice is yours. Why would Switzerland want to use that yellow unless just to get rid of it? But
yeah, they're looking at drawing to the edge of the button. Get a 2 in there. If only we knew who was lying shot.
What difference will it make to the ploy coming next? Does it matter at this stage? Well, I guess it does. Only 3 stones to go. There's your scoreline. 4 ends to play after this one. The gold medal. So round the back, ignoring that stone that's just been played by Edin, the guard.
I think it is yellow that's shot.
Yeah, just about, isn't it? Just about.
Switzerland looking to come in. I'll count that yellow, get in a good position.
Hit the button. And it's harder for Sweden to drive the front stones back, and they won't be able to remove everything if he gets it where he wants it.
Can you believe he's been rated at only 31% of perfect on the draws?
Knife, he's not where he wants to be anyway. If they hit that in the middle of that pocket.
That's maybe Niklas uses the stone he just played. Or is that maybe a little risky though? You could just remove the Swiss stone that came down there and roll slightly to the left.
Which is what Oscar thinks, and leave him to draw the button. If you only get one,
Vi skulle kunna spela lite mildare fart. Ja, jag gillar en 10-0-ish. Ja. Vad är för tunt? Vad touchar gul? Tredjedel tycker jag ska klara sig precis.
How much of it do I need to hit to catch my own? So he's just telling him.
Ner på en fjärdedel så tror jag du nuddar. Tredjedel ska man klara sig. Ja,
so make sure and hit a little more. You've got to make sure and roll far enough to the right hand side as we look at it though.
He sees half of it.
10-0, tunn hall. Ja. Jag försöker spela en fart där vi inte kan ligga kvar och lämna tangeringen, utan det är verkligen rulla ut den på 8. Det är som det hade varit så för chatt, va?
So plenty of decent weight of this. Well, no, it moved it out again.
Playing,
kan ta lite mindre.
I think so, enough weight to roll Probably right back to the 8 foot, probably where the cheese is on the ice.
The writing, that is.
That is the writing, absolutely. It's going to make it very difficult for Switzerland to score 2.
Especially if the cheese was actually down there and not just the writing.
Such a dangerous shot this, Eve. If you catch the guard, take it off, you're leaving him a shot for 3.
Or if you hit it too thin, Dave, you then catch your own... Yeah, he's okay.
That's good, I think.
Will we see an angle from Switzerland now, do you think?
I think they're just drawing. They tried to gamble last day and lost one. They can't do it again.
They might measure. It is close.
Having a look at that side, but if he came onto the yellow down the right hand side, the one in the red area, he'd most likely roll away and not line shot. So forced to draw the button. He missed the button earlier. The first one he lost against the head at first end. Drifted 2 inches too far.
His draws have not been great, that's a fact. Needs this one though in this final, only 4 ends to go after it. Switzerland not yet on the scoreboard. 70% for his game, but it's the draws that have let him down. Still under 40. That's his rating, 40%.
Sweepers must feel it's light, working it.
Pretty wide as well, I'd have thought.
It'll come at the end, Richard. It's all about getting this on the tee line.
Have they overcooked it? No, I think they're okay, are they?
Well, his last one was a little wide when he came in. This is going to be good enough, just about. What about the other two? What are they saying? 1, I think it is, the call. Well, at least they are on the scoreboard at last. Had such a good tournament at this Swiss outfit. Basically outplaying the Swedes during the course of the week. Sweden getting the Swiss in the very first round of play and losing to them. No, they've been good. So off we go. Getting towards the crunch stage of this final. Switzerland getting 1 on the board, but they're still 1 down and they don't have the last stone.
This one could drift into the rings, and that's the last thing they want. Stop.
Just.
Beautifully judged.
You have little faith.
So no corner guard for Sweden here. They're 1 up on the scoreboard, so coming into the rings. Don't really want too many guards out front.
Kanske till och med bakom om det glider.
Bara vänta då, linjen är lugn.
Vi blir nog lite bakom.
Ja, 13-9 så borde det väl vara.
Han är precis framför 10.
Ja, bara stanna ändå tror jag.
Sten framför 10.
Bra lir, fint.
Good. Front of the tee line. Not quite behind the red, but not the worst draw you'll ever see.
Pablo with his right hand. Unlike when he first took up the game and played left-handed. Strange not realizing that it was going to be better with the other one, but there aren't too many games you play, I guess, when you're down in the crouch position. Well, number 4, this Swiss team so far this season. Baden Masters won 6, only lost the 1. Trentino World Cup won all 6 there. Over in Canada, the AMJ Shorty Jenkins won 6 and lost 2. But all the way to the final, and it was John Epping who upended them there. And then at the AMJ Masters, 1-3 lost 3. Beat Edin 7-5 in that one. And at the Co-op Tour Challenge at Nisku in Alberta, he came up against Edin once again and lost that one 5-4.
Nice draw.
Yeah, nice shot. Switzerland just need to come in and rattle them a little bit. Just back 4 foot weight, heavy draw. Try and sit on top and move the second one back tee line if possible.
Du får det 4. 10. Close. Hinner 4. 10, hinner 4. Hinner 4. Achtung. Sterk nog. Hinner 4 enough. It's first out, Yannick. Hinner 12. Oui.
A little bit of running in this one. He wants to catch the stone nearest the centre. Going to get it a little thin. Oh, wait. But he does open it up.
There's a bit of a pocket there.
Yeah, spreads them out.
Ja, väldigt mycket ficka här nu alltså. In med en till själv
Let's
eller
have a look to run centre
det är
guard
typ en
back.
gratis tangering och då ligger de där så har
To
vi
the
dragit
right hand
och
side
vill
as we
man
look
nästan
at
ligga
it, try and
på
tick
8,5
the other
bara.
Swiss stone in the
Jag
rings
funtar på om det inte är den här ändå.
on its way by,
Okej.
or do you
Ja, jag
ignore the
tippar.
guards and put another one top
Sätter vi den här
forefoot?
och blir forcade, vi leder 1-2.
Ja.
Jag gillar tippen där ja.
So the guard's getting removed, I would suspect, as Eve says. Trying to hit the left-hand side of one that we don't see at the moment with this camera view.
Gold for somebody. Silver for the others here. And up.
Brilliant shot.
Has he got them all and just tick? Oh,
He did too.
so close. What a shot.
Sven again. Man who has at least 15 pairs of lucky socks. Fun designs on them. Yeah. If he runs out of them, it's trouble. Also usually likes to take a shower before a game. He's not quite sure why. It's just something that happens. Oh, I'm going to play. I'll take a shower. You, David?
Of course not. Going on to ice, having had a shower.
You might freeze yourself.
I don't know if I'll freeze, but I don't think it's the best
Den här
idea.
finns fortfarande men det är tight. Det andra är väl att gå på nu istället.
Yeah, so Sweden now might change gears, change tactic, maybe leave the centre guard, draw in top of the forefoot, or do you peel the guard again? A couple options. Switzerland probably want Nicholas to leave the guard, don't
Se till att
they?
vara lite öppen om de spelar på den här. De kanske fryser men då ligger vi 2. Den är svår, frys med cornern också. Ja. Vad gillar du för is?
There you go, drawing in.
In turn.
Bra linje.
They like the look of it. Rana looks on.
Tröger på den här sidan.
And he's speaking. What's he saying?
8.
Någon
Ta
tar lite
8 själv.
tight.
Perfekt linje, precis mitt 8.
Kan hålla igång lite
Behöver
grann.
inte
And
curla
now,
mer.
of course, aware of the speed he's thrown in at as well. Does he like it? Is it the right length?
Djupare faktiskt.
Certainly coming in.
Det är bra där.
There you go.
Lovely shot.
Yeah.
He blocked that side.
Man tänkte
There's still a slight gap on the right if Swiss won, but if dicing with death, guard's going to get driven back here, I think.
Frage, wenn du willst. Aber
Well, the Swedes in good shape at the moment. You see those 3 stones, and they have the last. Time for a blast, perhaps.
wenn du das machst.
What do you think? Want to get rid of all 3 of those? Simply two of them? Or are you going to do something more crafty?
They're thinking crafty at the moment, Richard. They're going to come round the shot that's just been played by Sweden and push it back, I think, and leave 3 yellows in a line. So very hard for Sweden to remove the shot that's about to be played if it comes off. Do you agree with that, Eve?
Yeah, I think so. Just move things around a little, just try and create a bit of a pocket if they can.
Well, rather like Benoit, Yannick Schwaller's draw shots haven't been altogether accurate today. Needs this one. Just a gentle little shove with a twist of the handle. Give that stone there a little spin, and the way it comes down and grips the ice curls to the right. Ooh, it's just going to get what he wants, I think.
Nice shot. Pushes it
Tap
back.
far enough.
Leaves the nest.
It's a nice shot. The red's definitely a bit of a control stone there now, though.
He's got his leg on the Swiss kid there, who did so well in his tournament. Got herself a bronze medal. I wonder if you dreamt that was possible before the tournament began.
Trycka ner den dit så fart igenom. Ja. 13-5. Vad kan det vara nu? 13-6 är det på deras som tappar dit. 13.
What's the call here? What's your call? Eve first.
Well, you could either peel the guard, but you know if you do peel the guard, then Switzerland are probably going to come up and play a little tap on their own red into the pocket. So Nicholas is choosing to ignore that, ignore all the Swiss stone, and play an in-turn draw, maybe just try and get a little roll off their own into that pocket.
Yeah. Push the right-hand yellow back, possibly even flop in off it. Close to the guard.
Good looking shot.
Missed the swing, Richard. Hasn't done what he wanted. He wanted to roll in behind that red, stop it getting touched back. So if they push that into the hole now, they're in a good position.
Not quite sure where he was sweeping that so much towards the end.
Just trying to make it curl, Richard. He needed it to curl to pass.
Yeah, but if you take his brush away, it'll curl anyway.
Maybe not quite as much. They're just trying to help it curl that a little bit more.
Genauso müssen wir es machen. So if we have to do anything from the inside, it's not happening.
What do you think, Howard? Howard Van Pedersen looking on there with Glenn Howe, these two guys directing this Swiss team towards their hope will be a gold medal, but it's a little way off just yet. Sweden with the last stone in this end. Look at all those yellow rocks down there. Switzerland 2-1 down. Time to get a move on.
Same shot again. Just push that red this time back a little. Created the nest with his first shot. Great line.
Line's very good, isn't it? It's all about weight now.
Sehr gut. Perfekt.
Not going far quickly.
So that little mistake from the Swedes just now.
Sweden maybe regretting coming in with that third stone and not ripping the guard earlier on in the end.
Trying to get a bit clever, and it's worked against them. Two lovely shots from Schwaller. Fosker's stone had rolled in, you're alright, you're in behind the red, but sadly it didn't do it.
Men det kan ju bli fel också.
What now? Just the slightest nudge to be scoring, or hit it hard?
Men ändå kan vi få bort två av dem. Den här är ju
He's thinking of leathering Richard, the front red onto the next one. The front red should roll off to the left.
Det känns som värsta att liksom sätta den lite tjock, ligga kvar guard. Ja, exakt. Och så bara tappa ner den dit. Tror försöka sätta ner den på en tjock halv här så den går så typ. Ser du för träff för det? Bite linan är för
So hit red onto red. The top red should come off that and spring off to the right. The middle red's going to jam onto these back two yellows. He's hoping it's going to kick back up the way to the left into the white area.
Ja, det är lite för tunt. Du behöver 60... Mellan 60 och 65. Ja.
Well, going for a guard now maybe, is he? Not quite sure what's going on.
No, I think we're going to see some heat here.
About time too.
They're clearing the front row.
Yeah.
It's close.
Into the back. Well, it didn't make a huge difference.
Well, it's cleared the left-hand side, Richard. You can get that red in the middle off to the left now. A little unlucky.
Jag tänkte som inte råkar och dubbla egna. Så här blir helt okej.
It's better than it was. Yeah.
But not as good as they'd hoped.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Too many yellows in there, Richard. And Swiss have made use of them.
Swinton, it looks as if they're lying one at the moment. What do you think?
Yeah, just one Swiss stone. So maybe guard the yellow down the left hand side. Nicholas can maybe chip that in from the outside, which is probably there for two, just to move the Swiss stone top of the button a couple of inches out to the right. You wouldn't want to play much weight at that because you might end up ricocheting back and making more damage on your own yellows.
Du ist nichts, oder? Ja, spielt einfach das. Die zwei Gelb sind weg. Ja, ich glaube, es ist... Das ist schön,
Where to play it? Do you fancy just pushing that one into the white circle more, or something more exotic?
Ich will auf keinen Fall so staggered, wenn er dünn macht, haben wir Mühe. Ja. Oder was hast du gehört? Der Stagger bringt uns mehr. Ja, also spielt das, oder? Ja.
David, what do you think?
It shows the view down the ice, Richard. It's easier to work out what's going on. The guard's probably the best shot from their point of view. I don't think there's anything out front now. Or bump red onto red into the pocket is another reasonable shot. I think that's what they're possibly trying. No guards in play, so it's maybe red onto red into the pocket of the yellows. I don't think that's enough ice for putting a guard on.
And it'll still have the backing then of those two Swedish stones. If this one works out, means Edin will have to work hard to get his shots away.
Maybe it's just a guard trying to cover the yellows, maybe on the right hand side of the centre line.
I think they were worried if they left the Swedish stone that they're guarding exposed, then Nicholas can come down, make contact on the right hand side and just nudge it into shot, maybe even enough to push the red out of first shot and sit two.
Ja, gör han om vi gör den.
Gardar igen.
So haven't taken the opportunity of getting their own red into those two yellows behind it. But still lined pretty well. It's really the first time in the entire contest that Sweden have looked as if they've got a bit of a head scratching to do, really.
Yeah, they have dominated. Apart from the first end, they weren't looking great, but got a bit of a Benoit mistake with his first stone. Caught a guard. If not, he's looking at giving that maybe a 3.
So it's pretty good end just to create the nest of yellows in there.
Han är skottig just nu. Ja. Alternativt så skickar vi den, försöker... För sig, det hjälper kanske inget att planta där. Nej. Är det bara klippa?
Vi behöver gå in I våran bak.
Once again, a lot of talking going on.
Ja, sätta rullen.
I'd like to take a look at the clock if we could do pretty soon, because they've eaten up an awful lot of time of their 38 minutes allowed to discuss things.
Det är väl att om jag klonkar där och han limmar, då är 2 I spel.
Ja.
Jag tror rulla in en bit.
Ja.
Swiss stone in the wing. I think if they don't do it, Switzerland might do it.
Med lite för mycket fart.
Perfect hit and roll here to land right on the button. That's what he's looking for.
Fundera på hand bara. Vi har sett den här några gånger. Det har gått ganska rakt. Ja. Vanlig 10 så. Ja.
Okay, finally decision made. This is coming down with a bit of extra on it.
Den har spelat upp
off, if you like.
rullar rätt långt ändå med så här 60. Ja. 60 typ.
At least that appears to be the call.
Nog bra med bara clean rull in. Ja, exakt.
So hit 2/3 of this maybe. Right hand side. Looks like he's playing a gentler weight. He's giving it a little bit of ice.
Yeah, probably about 2/3 to a half. Try and get quite a steep roll to the back of the button.
Whoa.
10-0.
Let's see if we can make it.
Nej.
Best player of anybody, really, over the last 15 years or so.
Has to swing a lot. Might catch the yellow and bounce back up the way. Yep, back into the button. Not quite where he wanted it. Red can be driven onto red to lie 1, if not 2 here.
Bra backslippat där. 9-8 hade jag.
Well, the one will be easy, but of course Sweden have got one more to come after that. Anyway, that Switzerland can engineer something special. I guess you've got to go for the middle heavy this one.
He wanted to get more of that sandwich between the two. By moving it, the reds can come back onto that, which should bump it back to lie 1.
Absolutely, but then what? Does that make it hard for Sweden to get in?
And then we'll see a Swedish circus shot for a 3.
So those Swedes have had a bit of a problem the last few minutes. It's a danger time for Switzerland.
Checkmate.
Yeah.
Hat sagen, wie viel das wir gesehen für den Chase?
Ich meine, wenn ihr so tief...
Any point in just saying, okay, you can have your one, we'll put a guard up? Can they guard everything anyway, though?
I don't think so, Richard. They can't.
Also, ihr redet vom...
They can't. Nicholas does a draw as well down the right-hand side to touch the edge of the button for 2 shots. They're looking at maybe nosing. Nose the yellow at the left, maybe take the double, might even get all 3 if he gets...
Ja.
Ich habe das Gefühl, der einfachste für uns wäre so.
Ja, das ist wahrscheinlich das.
Was machen wir da?
Spielen wir das?
Drive red into that. That maybe get rid of all 3 yellows as well. It's close.
Presumably they can't come in down the left-hand side and remove those Swedish stones there because of something out front. We can't see it exactly, but there's something out there in Guardland.
Yeah, there's a couple of yellow guards up there. Corner guards.
Ich sehe 8, die brüllen. Das
There we go.
Probieren 2
It
liegen.
is actually there.
Yeah.
Triple on the yellows.
Yeah, because you can come down between the red and the yellow there with a fair bit of force.
We've seen Benoit negotiate quite a few
Nein, also wenn wir
tight holes this game.
liegen, hätten wir jetzt 2.
He said 2 out of 3
Also
cracker
besser ist, wenn wir hier staffen
shots
natürlich.
that were just
Und
about
wenn
not there.
wir gut kommen, haben wir auf das.
Don't appear to be looking at it, do they?
Das rollt. Das ist
Ja, das bringt nichts.
ja, das ist so früh.
Must have seen it.
Yeah, they discussed it.
Ist gut, ja.
Ist gut.
Ja, ich weiß nicht, ob wir das 8
If they do that, Richard, then there'll be a double on the reds for Sweden, straight double.
Ist gut. 9. 9, dünn 2 Drittel.
So driving the red in themselves onto red, onto yellow. They look like they're trying to drive it between the yellow and the red.
Ja, ja, sorry.
Surely the red would go off to the right if you did that. We'll find out in a moment.
Crucial shot this, 7th end.
9 ist gut.
2-1 down, the Swiss
9, close.
has to make it.
Oh. Curl. Curl.
How's it looking? How's it looking?
Curl.
Ooh, well, that's different.
Very good.
Nice two.
That's a very good shot.
That's what they were looking at, Richard, driving it in between the 2 stones, and it's worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the call? We're line through.
Well played.
Can Sweden play the double through the hole? Hit a couple of inches of the red and on the left hand side as we look at it, and
Take the one, you just stay 3-1 up, I would suggest.
sensible shot, isn't it?
Tjock tredjedel så har du stöd, men... Ja, den är ganska tunn ändå.
So what do they do? In off the red, going for like certain?
Very good. Lies second, which was the crucial thing there.
Anledningen att det går så rakt är för att de har gått med Paolo
Yeah, sensible shot. Take your one.
Lite curl där tror jag.
Just looking at the angles, if he's a little tight, Richard, he could lock in his own yellow over on the right hand side there if he's a little tight of line. He had a look at that before
Stoppa i den andra.
leaving the head.
Ja, precis.
So this to extend the lead for Sweden, the European Championship, and this the final game, and this the man of the last decade or more, looking for his 8th championship final,
Ligger okej.
or rather gold, not just the final.
Järnet!
Okay,
Fortsätt!
has he made it?
Just.
Beautifully
was close.
judged.
One yellow.
Well done. Bad luck to the Swiss, unfortunately, but there you go. Getting closer. 3 ends to go. Sweden 3, Switzerland 1.
Som helt klart har... Ja.
Jag trodde du skulle visa något, så jag bara stod och tittade så här.
So away we go. Once more, Mr. Sundgren, once more.
Linjen är bra. Bra linje. Alla 12. Bra linje. 12-8. Mitt 12 är okej också om den är kort. Så vi kan runda nästa. 15-0.
So looking for this one top of the 4-foot.
Vi går för det.
2-shot lead, but Switzerland will be looking to try and convert their 2 here in the even end.
Är det mitt 12?
Convert 2 and 8, force Sweden to 1 and 9, and 2 up the last. That would be the perfect scoreboard.
Engelsk perfekt.
Linje av.
But Sweden, on the other hand, they'll try and force Switzerland to only 1 shot here.
Jag går länge i. Ja, galerer tvill oss mal. Linje är skott. Linje är super.
Sven Mikkel alongside Benoit himself, just having played his last shot. Now, has to sweep. Because he ain't the skip, it's Schwaller down the far end who just leans on his brush for a minute. Second from the mighty lead for the Swedish team.
Ja.
Oh, he didn't like that. Something on the ice maybe, huh? I've never seen him do that before. He's usually absolutely kind of opaque is the word, I think is the right word for it.
Yeah, I think he thought it picked up, Richard.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what he thought. Yeah, look at that.
He even manages to make it with a pickup. Look at that. What a shot. Yeah, nice shot from Christopher just trying to...
See it again. Did it stick when he just let go of it, perhaps? Can't really tell from that, but look, there's the body language. Still manages not to say anything.
About the second pickup we've seen all week, which is great.
Yep.
You never like to see pickups. Nothing you can do about it.
This is why you see a lot of teams sweeping the ice on the way back from that end before their player plays, to make sure there's nothing down there that might take the stone off its right course. Sweden again, world ranked 12 so far this season. That's lower than you'd have found them for the last decade or so. Brana.
Det är okej. Bara fart.
Lite vid kanske. Bra linje, bra linje.
So looking just for a centre guard, right where Nicholas's brush is.
Perfekt linje.
Titta.
Bara följ med den. Ja, det är perfekt. Snyggt.
Nice shot.
Yeah, the Swedes did pretty well in the first, second part of the autumn, I should say. The first part was a bit troublesome. It was the Hogged Rock KW4 Classic that was the good one for them, winning 5 there, but the MJ Masters, they lost 3 of the 5 they played, including that one against Schwaller, and there you go. The Kyoto Grand Slam event in Tahoe, 1-2 but lost to, went out losing to Mike McEwen and Mount. But it's not a lack of practice, not a lack of competitions either. Played 7 of them because most people going into the European Championship would play what, 5 maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely, roughly about 5 or 6. That was a lovely shot. So a bit of a tick shot, moved the Swedish guard off the centre line and managed to roll into the rings as well.
Ligger 2 i alla fall, vi kan fortsätta garda, men
ja, vi gör det. Exakt samma höjd, Lohja, fint. Throw another centre guard. We saw him get a little bit greedy the last end with all the stones in play, and it ended up almost biting him.
So as you can see, the number 2s for the teams played really well.
Linjen är bra i alla fall, så ni kan gå.
Bara fart och röd.
Team Sweden here.
Kommer nu, bra linje.
Yeah, they like the line. They like where it's going to land as well, I think. Right on the middle line, guarding that stone in the circles, in the house as they call it. Yep, got it.
Nice shot. Dead in line.
Ja, det springt sig fel. Alltså, så har Chase macht another play here.
Wonder whether they can maybe chase it through the hole, play the in-turn, just tap it through the rings and roll over to the left-hand side. That's exactly what they're playing. Just enough to push the yellow through the rings, or at least to the back of the 12-foot.
Sven with that typical look down at the ice before he looks back up and releases the stone. And he lets go, the stone aiming at the brush down the far end, but of course the curl taking it across and coming neatly around the guard. What's the finish like though? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lovely shot. Pushes the Swedish Yellowstone out into the open and gets the roll behind the corner guard.
Gillar du något sånt? Ja. Tittar du i garden och öppnar upp de här 2, då går man i den här liksom. Ja.
Playing stones.
Det är inte det värsta som kan hända, känns som, men
lots of things that people can do with them. Who's going to shape it up best? Chess on ice.
Får vi ut den här en bonus.
Halfway through this 8th end. Sweden with that 3-1 lead. They're now defending. Switzerland with the hammer. Not really been able to get through this Swedish defence much at all in this final. And here's the left-hander.
Coming through the hole. If they can just roll to the button area. Roll to the right as we look at it.
It's rather nice.
Yeah, it looks perfect, doesn't it?
That's it.
Another great shot from Eriksson. Another one.
Perfect. Great shot.
Can get at it on the right, take it back and roll on top of the other yellow weave, possibly with this one.
Probeer dat aanfloppen. Oder zo'n nose tap.
Oder en nose freeze.
Nose freeze, genau.
Eller röd knorra runt bakom lite grann.
Okay.
Sorry.
The tap or the freeze?
Han ligt naar terug.
Just see that last shot again of Eriksson. There's a little roll away as he gets rid of a Swiss stone and lands right behind the guard.
If they could move it, Richard, and roll to that yellow on the far right on the tee line, it would be good. Try and nestle up against that. I'm not sure the angles are just spot on for that.
Talked about a nose tap or a freeze. Huh? What do you make of
Playing the
that?
freeze, I think.
Freeze.
Yeah, freeze. There we go.
So the nose tap, they'd come down and just bump it to the back of the forefoot. But they've elected just to play the dead freeze, so just sit right on the face of it.
Which makes sense, Eve, because there's a long way between the guard and the shot for stones to come.
Stay bounce very good.
So the stone starting its travels out wide. Pretty soft shot though, it's got to be line and length with this one. The freeze, the stone that he's playing, coming up against that yellow, in the middle of the circles, and sticking to it.
Max freeze.
Kill!
Just nog een freeze.
Linje stoepen.
Wat bounce, Also, muss nicht bounce.
If they overswept it a little, it's
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
Nice shot.
Yeah, it finished.
No option but to freeze it. Well played.
Linje tap in 5. Ja, han såg ut att gå väldigt bra.
Yeah, if Nicholas could just release
Det var satt Kreppas liksom. Det är bara 4 fot på
yellow
dragning,
that's on the
känns som.
button a little and sit on top of the red.
Spelar han som en dragning där, bara bajs 4 och så
Nice as
ligger en
well,
bra
but then
fot
does
på
he want to
vänster
push it out of shot?
That's the tap.
Stones to come he will, so releasing the yellow is a better idea.
Yeah.
If that stone on the left's going to be in the road if he leaves it the way it is.
Ni båda 80 på förra, eller?
Ja, det är 70 hade jag.
90 till. Lite höj. Maxlinje. Wow. Maxlinje. 10. Behöver curla.
4.
Måste curla. Den kommer. 10. Okej, jag behöver curla.
Just to curl a little bit to get to the nose.
Yes, behöver curla allt den får. Max curl. Max curl. Yes. Räcker. Bra. Bra skippat Niklas. Bra. 14-3.
Give them with that curling just another couple inches.
Better angle.
Yeah.
He could use that yellow as well, push red onto yellow and looking at all their options.
Ziemlich gut.
Ja, ziemlich gut.
Sogar wenn ein Drittel stehen über den Push ist Worst Case da.
Ja.
Okay, fast nicht.
Wir können reinrollen eigentlich, das ist gut.
Nicht so weit, dass die Main oft zurück ist, aber
Nicht wegnehmen, einfach.
wir spielen ja eh nicht so
Wenn wir
schnell.
nur mal klein tappen, ist geht es nicht raus. Noch.
Ja, genau, das muss bleiben.
Ja, genau.
Also,
Really important end for the Swiss.
10,5.
With the hammer.
Schau schnell von oben.
All those yellow stones down there in the house again.
10,5.
Ich glaube, ich höre auf, dass wir es steuern können.
Sehr gut. So.
What do you make of that? They've moved the brush in a little closer to the centre. Quite a few centimetres, as a matter of fact. What's the call?
He's either coming off the right-hand yellow in the white area, or he's trying to come tight to the guard, Richard, onto the yellow that's frozen on the red. No, he's going for the wide one and trying to roll in close to the other yellow, and they're trying to use anything that's there to his advantage.
I'm going out to the wing there.
Curling hard.
Watch the yellow and the white circle.
They always what a sweep. Heavy.
Ooh, just.
You
Oh,
lucky man.
wow.
He got that one all wrong.
Yeah,
Called the sweepers on early. Didn't swing.
There you go. A mistake, no wonder there's a bit of a smile on the face of Oscar Eriksson here for Sweden.
Oscar was just saying that squared out, Richard. I was just about went back the way.
It did. They must have been tied out the hand and then swept, and it just seemed to go back the way. Bizarre.
Vilken väg ser du?
Yeah, it looked clear, didn't it?
Jag tror jag måste spela out. Det här är väldigt känsligt.
Until it wasn't.
Sätta tillbaka dem och träffa var lite tjock med
So
den.
these two teams in the European Championships, actually it's been Switzerland in recent times who've had the edge. 2023 they won 8-4 against this Swedish team. And then last year, what was the score last year? 7-5 I think it was.
Innan det känns så svår att spela.
Presume he's trying to hit the red, hit 2/3 of the red. Basically just missed his own yellow. Hit that red, ricochet into the other red behind the yellow and bump it across the rings a little. Take it out of the danger area.
Flirting with his own yellow there, though he doesn't want to nick that. And
Well, he was looking at it, wasn't he? It's disastrous if he does that.
yeah.
Away we go. It's Nicholas Edin. It's aiming for Swiss Rock. In the open.
It's pretty good.
Is he past the yellow? No, he just nicked it, didn't he?
Otherwise, he was perfect.
Now what can you do? Right in the middle now, Sweden, and it's Switzerland who have to score.
His 2 inches have been disastrous, Richard.
Yeah.
So then a millimetre off being very, very good. They just scraped. They just got past.
Double luck, but both teams have had a little bit of luck in this
Yes, you're
final.
right. They have.
Ja, alltså han fick ju de hackfarten med porten att falla också. Alltså faktiskt gå bakåt, inte bara rakt. Första vilket var klart.
So if you're Switzerland, the lonely yellow, red in there.
Pablo, da war kein Chance. Geht's da Luft?
They're scared to go near the middle now. Just that red is so lonely in there. Looking at this stone, can they come past the guard, hit that yellow, and roll over? Even if they're on top of the red, it's not a good shot. It leaves a double.
Sieht da nur ein Drittel. Das muss er auch zuerst mal machen.
Okay.
Gut. Ideally, die müssen chasen und verpassen da. Das ist nämlich möglich.
München verpassen. Es ist wieder besser, ja.
Difficult position for Switzerland to make something out of this.
Edge in the red of the 4-foot. He's looking at that on the left-hand side, Richard. Maybe pushing it back, ticking the stone off behind the
Ganz wenig
red.
Streifen wären noch besser.
Yellow's actually lying, I think. Yeah.
It's covering the button, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jag spelar ta, Janik. Jag spelar samma till mig.
So they can't afford to give up a steal here. Need to at least score their one.
Stanny.
So what's this then? Got those 2 yellow stones. They're going to try something with them, but what?
I think maybe trying to make the double. Well, they can see if this yellow and take the other Swedish yellow off the button.
He's not going to lie if he does
I don't
that.
think so. No, you're right.
No. Unless he's throwing a very soft weight.
Yeah, it looks like he is playing a soft weight.
Yeah.
Could have come in off the yellow on the left-hand side, the blue circle. Yeah, right across, but maybe that's one for the final stone, if necessary.
He doesn't want to catch the Swedish stone at the top of the 4-foot, because then it'll then tap onto the red and maybe put it into the open.
Sure you get it past the front yellow.
Okay.
If Nicholas hits that hard, what you can see, both the yellows are going, are going out the rings. Yeah, right in there.
He's got to watch his own doesn't spin back up the hill. What would that leave? That would leave one yellow there, one at the back. Would it leave them a shot for 2?
Don't think so. I think he'll be. He'll have the yellow on the left-hand side. He'll have the yellow that he's playing. It all depends whether he catches the yellow at the back of the rings, I think.
Yeah, if he catches the red first here, he'll stay in. If he catches the yellow, he's kicking off to the right.
Ja, Max. Also, und dann.
Aber den langt, oder?
Ja, wenn Viertel, dann kriegt er rot.
So Edin caught that Swiss stone in his sights.
Well, he really has to hit the yellow first here, I would suggest, to get the momentum on the red, to get it out.
Yep! Whoa! Whoa! Ligger bra! Whoa! John!
Switzerland have one in the middle, but now...
Or is it?
No longer.
Lies 2.
I don't think there's a double. I don't. Can Switzerland scrape the guard to make the double? I don't think so. I think he's good enough.
Great shot.
Yeah. as always.
Yeah.
Ja, das können wir nie hämmern, so.
87% today, they reckon. Perfect.
12 wieder,
Pretty
12
good.
halber.
Pretty good.
Ich glaube, 12,5 max. Sonst können wir nicht floppen hier.
View of what he did here.
Ja.
Bump that over. Just does enough to land two. Great shot.
13, ja. Ja.
So once again, pressure on Switzerland to get anything out of this end. Here comes Benoit.
He's got to settle for a 1, and he's got a tough one to make for his 1.
He has got a bit better with his draws the last few ends. It's still only overall rated at 56%. Here we go.
Nice shot through a gap again. Flop to the left a little.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah.
Well played. Lovely shot.
Yeah. Great last shot to keep the Swiss team in the game here. Still with an opportunity of getting a gold medal. But they are in arrears. Look at this. 3-2 down. Last stone in the next end of play. Going back to Sweden. For now, we march on.
Forza